Hello YouTube, Fuzz here, welcome back to our Excalibur II playthrough on Final Fantasy IX. You'll have to excuse me, I've got a bit of a blocked throat today, so if I'm sounding a bit blurred, that's why. I don't feel ill or anything, but it might just affect my voice unfortunately. So we're going to be making our way through Gargan Roo, and we've got a boss battle, amongst some other things we're going to have to do as well. So hope you enjoy. If you do, don't forget to leave a like, and stay tuned. Okay then folks, so for those following along with the Thomas's GameFaqs guide, which is linked in the description as always, then this is going to be covering the section that's titled D2-03. And we're going to begin by making our way through Gargan Roo here, before heading on out into the world map and making our way through Cleyra. So should be quite a lot to do in this particular episode. And there's quite a few issues that you might mess up on, I know I did, so I'll edit it all together so it looks like one smooth run, but in actuality, as always, it was really an amalgamation of different videos all plunged together, so that hopefully you can follow along and not make the mistakes that I made. So once you've done the lever and grabbed the first two chests from the left area, head over to this side and pull this next lever over here, which will initiate a cutscene, at which point, once this is over that is, we're just going to spend a minute or so sorting out our character's equipment. And this should be quite easy. All you need to do is go ahead and give, first of all optimise Marcus, but then give him the wrist, the leather plate and the yellow scarf. And then for Steiner, he's going to pretty much want to stay the same with what he's got already. But we are going to change his gloves to the silver gloves. And also, we're going to give him an ability, but we'll do that in a moment. Garnet, just make sure she has the Maltina racket, a feather hat, and remove the rest of her gear. And then give Steiner HP plus 10%, MP attack, and counter. You'll probably need to remove Bird Killer in order to be able to do so. But as long as he has those three abilities, then you are good to go. You can just do what I do as well, which is use the battle assist, but you don't need to do that by any stretch of the imagination. Then you're going to find another button or lever or something over at the far end of this area, and only use it when you're ready to engage in the battle, because there's no other opportunity to prepare your characters before that happens. So this fight is really just a hit and hope. Don't worry too much about characters that are killed at the end. As long as we can get through to the end of the battle, that's all that really matters. So you don't need battle assist, but obviously the battle will drag on long if you don't. So just have the speed option on, have battle assist option on, and then just hit this guy with your normal physical attacks. If you're not using battle assist, just be prepared to throw a few Phoenix Downs and potions around. Otherwise you're going to probably lose your party before the end, but 1 or 2 Phoenix Downs should be enough to get you through all the rounds of battle that are needed to get that one defeated. And then we've just got a bunch of cutscenes, so we can just speed up through these and mash the X button until we once again take control of our party. Okay, so now we take control of Zidane, and you'll want to make your way over to Cleyra here. If you're not using the no encounters toggle, then you'll want to go ahead and save about halfway down the journey, so as to avoid all the random enemy encounters. And now that we've got our nice save file all updated with our current progress, we're going to head into Cleyra itself, and there's going to be a few things we're going to be doing here, but most of all we're just going to be making our way through to the next area. So you can't skip this cutscene, don't bother trying on this one. To start with then, just head forward, nothing too exciting on that screen, and then head over to the right hand side here to activate the switch, or the lever, and that will open the door, which we can then proceed into. And in this first room, there's one chest we're going to open. We're not going to be opening all the chests on this initial visit here, so don't worry about that when you see me skipping things. Just do what I do, it's the best way to make use of the time that we've got. There are 2 chests in this room which we need to grab now, but they're both fairly hidden. But obviously you can just see where they are when I show you. So there's one at the top and there's one at the bottom. And then we're just going to exit to the right hand side here. And in this area we're just going to start by heading all the way up to the top and through the top door. And put your hand into the hole. That'll sort us out on our next path so that we can move somewhere else. And don't forget to grab this chest, which just contains an ether. But then you're going to make your way down back the way we came, only now we can head through this door because we blocked the first door off. So we're going to use these vines to make our way through to a new area. Hopefully I'm pausing the commentary in time just to get my splutters and my coughs out, but apologies if any of that gets left in the video. Just head through into this tunnel here, and there's a chest at the bottom which you'll want to pick up. And then up on the middle level here, we're going to have our next Moogle. Whoop-de-doo-dah. Oh yeah, don't forget to grab this chest as well. You can also grab it after saving, but, you know, it doesn't really matter which, I don't think. Okay, so just go ahead and do the magnet. Give him the letter. Make sure we get the good old I want mail so that we know we're done with the magnet. And then we can go ahead and save. Okay, so now we're going to sort out our character's equipment. Make sure they're all in the back row. If you've been following along, well, they should be anyway, because we've done that previously. Just equip them as I do here. Zidane's the only one you really have to go through everything in terms of equipment. For Vivi and Frey, you just want to optimise them. Then there's just 1 or 2 things you can change on Vivi. The leather wrist, and you want to probably also give them the magician's robe, actually. I completely forgot to do that. Queena just wants a needle, fork and yellow scarf, but also equip Queena with the millionaire ability as well. And that should do in terms of getting our characters ready. We'll want to just go ahead and head north at this point. Encounters are fairly rare, but you might want to use the no encounter toggle. I did actually forget at this point, but fortunately I managed to get away with it. Head up here and you'll be able to grab the flame staff. And then we're just going to head up into the next area. There's a couple of items through here, but I'm going to ignore those for now. Just head straight down this tunnel and grab the potion, I believe. Yeah, potion. And then head through. And then you have to be ready to mash the... Hang on. Oh, that's better. Have to be ready to mash the X button is what I was about to say. So keep mashing and then just make your way through these, whatever they are, sinkholes. Don't worry about the chests in this area for the time being. Just get through to the other side. And over here, there is in fact a Geishor Greens, which I do loot, although Thomas's guide doesn't say you should, but I just couldn't resist it, quite frankly. I did actually mess up. Sometimes the speed function can be a hindrance rather than help, but overall it does save a lot of time. And then we're going to head up this ladder here, and this will take us into the actual Cleyra settlement itself. We're going to be greeted by these oracles, so we're just going to skip through this dialogue here. And then we're going to get the choice for a tour. We're going to select no thanks. And then there's a couple of hidden items we're going to want to grab on our way up, so I'll show you where they are. The first one is actually just here on the right hand side, a Phoenix Pinion. And then if we head up and continue over to the right hand side, we'll enter the next area where there's another hidden item. But before we grab that, or is it after? I can't remember. You get the ore. And then after, we're going to go ahead and choose the ATE, which is Yummy Yummies, or no Yummy Yummies. Queen is particularly sad that his food isn't here. Head up these stairs, and then we're going to speak to this guy, which is the Soldier Dam. And we're just going to go ahead and purchase 1 Mithril Rod, 2 Mage Hats, and 2 Mithril Helms from him. And once we've done that, we're going to head up these stairs. There is a remedy on the way, so make sure you pick that up. Another hidden item. And then you want to head up these stairs here. There's a mushroom, is the ATE that you want to watch. So this will get Queena into position, having watched both of those ATEs involving him. And we're going to head up this bridge here to the north, which will bring us just outside of the temple, where we can head inside. And there's one NPC we need to speak to in here, which is the one on the left-hand side. So we'll go ahead and do that. And then we're going to grab an item, a yellow scarf, which is also hidden. Lots of hidden items in this area, isn't there? And now this is very important. We're going to head back towards the start. but it's very important that you follow the route that I do. If you go into the area we've just been into, then you're going to end up catching a cutscene which isn't going to allow you then to proceed with what we're going to do. So just follow the route that I'm taking and that won't happen and everything will be fine. And just head down here and this will take us back to the start, where we're going to head over to the right hand side, not there, here. And this is what you won't be able to do. You'll get into battle which you don't want yet if you triggered the earlier cutscene. And just over here there's some gear we're going to pick up, and then we're going to go ahead and speak to Cleyra for an interesting event. Okay, so we're going to follow Cleyra and jump down here back into the tree trunk area, where we're going to collect some more loot. So dropping down, we'll just get through the dialogue. You can see there's 2 chests waiting for us, so we'll go ahead and pick those up. And now we can drop down here, back into familiar territory. And if we head back through to this previous tunnel, this is where the Moogle was hanging out. So we're going to go back to him and save our game for the final time today, because this brings us to the end of this section. So we're going to continue looting Cleyra's trunk in the next episode. And I'm just about to show you my time now so that you can see where we are. Okay, so my time is 3 hours and 26 minutes 49 seconds. The target time is actually 3 hours and 29 minutes, so actually 3 minutes ahead of schedule, which is pretty awesome. So thanks for stopping by today, folks. Don't forget to leave your time in the comments. It's always interesting to know what other people are doing in terms of time with this particular series. So yeah, please do share that. And I'll see you soon for more Final Fantasy IX. Goodbye, folks. Take care.